So, depending on what time it is for you today, I know that Israel probably is around 12, and for the rest of you, late afternoon at the start of the evening. So, we probably have been awake for a while now. Come to the center of your mat, and maybe close your eyes for the first few things that I'm going to explain. So in this practice, you will need your imagination. We're not doing anything crazy. But it's just to really feel into the body and find the inspiration that you need at different times of the day. So first start by deepening the breath. Relaxing your shoulders. Feeling your sitting bones on the mat, or the floor, or a towel, whatever you sit on. And letting go of anything that's waiting for you. Or what's happened earlier in the day. Take a couple of breaths here, really getting into your practice and into your time to just be with yourself and listen to your body. As you know, we're going to start this practice with the morning sequence. It's not said that you can only do this practice in the morning. It's just some inspiration that you can use for a morning stretch or to energize and really wake up the body. So imagine yourself in bed. And your alarm goes off. You probably snooze. Most of us do that. If you do that, no, amazing, well done. And you sleep a little bit longer, and your alarm goes off again. Maybe you snooze. Maybe you get up this time. But before you get up, maybe you look at your messages on WhatsApp or Instagram, Facebook, email. And maybe it costs you to get out of bed. So about 15 minutes later, you get up. You make a coffee or you go for a shower. You have to go to work and you feel rushed. And you haven't really taken the time to be with yourself, listen to your body, and just take a minute to start the day fresh and with intention and perspective. So maybe tomorrow morning, or the day after, or next week, next month, maybe you wake up a day that you do feel like practicing yoga. And just take that time to start the day fresh. So imagine that day now. And imagine your alarms going off right now. Open your eyes and lift your arms up to the sky. Interlace your hands and push your palms all the way up to the ceiling. Take a big stretch, maybe from one side to the other. Maybe yawn. Or maybe make a sound, whatever you do in the morning. On an exhale, bring the arms down. And on an inhale, up again. And slide over to the left. And come over to the right. And exhale, make a big circle down and interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale and push your palms down or all the way backwards so you really open the chest. You find that your spine automatically wants to curve here a little bit, but try to keep it as straight as possible. Maybe look up to the sky. And on your exhale, bring it down. Beautiful. Then place your left hand on your side. Lift the right arm up to the ceiling. Bend your left elbow and stretch over to your left. Feel a big stretch in the right side body. And breathe. Inhale. And on your exhale, come back to center and sway over to the other side. Same thing. Keep it easy and listen to your body. Imagine yourself still waking up. Maybe cause you to open your eyes. Maybe you're even a bit grumpy that you have to get up early. Whatever it is, listen to the body and find what you need. Take a deep breath in here and center. And set an intention. What do you want to achieve today? What do you want to focus on? You don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to do a long meditation just to set something to focus on in your practice or the rest of the day. Just taking a moment to think of it and make the decision already is yoga. Now come to all fours. And bring the wrist underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under and activate your core. Bring the head in line with the spine. And take a few breaths here. And then repeat it again. You know that I'm all about finding your own way. But really, this is your practice. This is your body, your time, and your yoga. So instead of just copying what I do, or what you see someone else do, or what you see on Instagram or Facebook, find your own expression. Find what you need. And find what works for you. And maybe new things to explore. So there you go. From here, start or dive into it straight away. Finding movement. And dare to explore your way. Maybe it's going back and forth. Maybe it's going around in circles. Maybe it's straight into cat-cow. Whatever you do, there's no wrong and there's no right. As long as it feels right to you, it's what you need to do. You're still waking up. The body might feel a bit tight or stiff. Just taking the time to be with yourself, to set an intention, and wake up the body for the rest of the day. If you hadn't already, I recommend taking a few cat-cows here to just really open the chest and warming the spine, unless it feels really uncomfortable. When you've taken a few, come back to center. Inhale here, and on an exhale, lift the knees and push your heels backwards while you bring the hips up to the ceiling. And find movement in your down dog position. Strong arms, spread the fingers wide, move your legs, bring the shoulders away from the ears and the hips up high. Keep moving. And again, find your expression. If you like, you can move from side to side, maybe bend the knees even deeper or even more. But really dare to explore. Forget what you know, and that's something that you've heard quite a lot, maybe not from me, but it's just a very common thing people say in yoga. Forget what you know. And that all has to do with mindset, your routine, your habits. I encourage you to explore and find new ways. When you've done that for a bit, you found your movement, take a few breaths here in stillness. And notice how it feels to be in your body today, in this pose that you know so well, that maybe you've practiced 1,000,000 times in your life. Find something new, find your own expression. And on your next inhale, look to the front of your mat. Bend your knees and walk your feet between the hands. And come to a forward fold. Bring the feet hip width apart so that you have 2 fists between your feet. Inhale, maybe find a bit of length. And on your exhale, forward fold. Keep a micro bend in the knees. And maybe grab opposite elbows to find a sway from side to side. Keep breathing. And if this is the morning, you might start to think about the things that you have to do today. Your to-do lists, your tasks. Maybe the kids, your family. But really try to stay present and just take this moment for yourself. And stay one more breath here. Come back to center. Release the elbows if you have them. Inhale for a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale one more time, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bring the hands to your shins. Flat back position. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to your thighs. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come to a half lift. Then circle the arms up to the sky. Bring the palms together, take a slight back bend. And exhale, mountain pose. Beautiful. Inhale, slightly bend the knees, lift the arms up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale again, lift all the way up. And exhale, mountain. Inhale, bend your knees, lift the arms. And exhale, down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift up. And exhale, mountain. Beautiful. To end our morning practice, bring the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. You can stay at the front of your mat if you like. Just turning towards you so you can see me properly. Now, let's start to move the torso, but keep your hips straight forward. Hips are not moving. Let your arms drop and let your arms move with you. So you automatically make these half circles. And maybe your arms are going out a little bit further. And this we call knocking on heaven's door. If you want a little bit more and you want to train or just strengthen the core, exhale when you twist. Maybe you go a bit faster. Really waking up the core here. Wherever you are, try to keep a micro bend in the knees and keep moving. Keep your legs straight, your hips pointing forward. Once you've reached your fastest point, you can always go faster than I do. Come back to center, slowly and with control. Excellent. Come back, maybe slap your hips, slap your bum. Come back to center. Stand here in your wider mountain. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Feeling grounded and hopefully ready for your day ahead. Now come back to this, the front of your mat, and we're moving on to the second part of the part that you can do during a break, maybe after or before lunch, or just when you need to, around 4 or 5 in between. On an inhale, bend the knees and the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands on the mat, step the right foot back. Come to a low lunge and find some movement. Keep your back leg super active while you stretch the calf. And keep your chest open, don't sink in here. Keep everything active. Inhale. And on your exhale, drop the back knee, plant the toes on the mat. The foot on the mat. And on an inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Make sure that your hip bone and your knee are in one line. Your front knee and ankle in one line as well. Lift your arms, interlace your fingers and bring them behind the head. Inhale here, and on an exhale, bring your head down or look down and your elbows together in front of the eyes. You will feel a big stretch along the front thigh and maybe your spine and your neck. Especially if you work behind the screen or your laptop computer a lot, you will feel this. Inhale, lift and open your arms and elbows. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Last one, inhale. And exhale, stay here. Inhale, lift your arms up again. Hinge forward. Tuck the back toes and lift into a high lunge. So get your center in line with your shoulders. Bend the back knee and push your heel towards the back of your mat. Inhale, lift the arms up high. And exhale completely. Inhale, straighten the front neck and move over or slide over to your right. Bring the arms into a cross or maybe a bit further up for star position. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Exhale, come to a half lift or a halfway down. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale all the way. Exhale, halfway down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now hold here. If you want a bit more core strength, lift the arms and bring them all the way out now. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And on your exhale, come down, forward fold. Here you've got a few options. You can either stay here with your hands in line with the feet, hands out to the front, or hands all the way back. Or maybe just the elbows on the mat and interlace your hands in front of you. If tripod stand is in your practice, feel free to get into it. Otherwise, just stay here. Feel the energy of new blood rushing to your head. Focus on your breath and how the body feels in this position. Take one more breath. Then bring your hands in line with the feet. On an inhale, come to a half lift your way. Hands to your hips and bring it all the way up. Excellent. Bring your hands back into star position. Hands all the way up to the sky. Turn towards the left and find your high lunge to the other side of the mat or opposite way around. Again, to find your high lunge, maybe bend the back knee and push the heel back, lift the arms up to the sky. Just one breath here. Inhale. And on your exhale, bring the back knee down. Knee in line with the hip, front knee in line with the ankle. Keep your back toe tucked, or maybe flat that on the floor. And inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bring the elbows towards the front and bow your head. Inhale, come up. Exhale, close. Inhale, up and open. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come up. Frame the front foot. Tuck your back toes and find that low lunge on the opposite side. Find your movement. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, step the left foot next to the right. Inhale here for a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Maybe take a back bend. And exhale, mountain. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, fold. Place your hands on the mat, step the right foot back. So we're going to repeat the exact same thing and we'll end up at the front of the mat where we started. And this type of practice is what they call mandala, and it's very popular in the UK at the moment. So you might know it if you live there. So come into your low lunge and find your movement. We're repeating the same. And this time try to find your expression. You know what's expected, you know what to do. So try to find a way that feels better maybe for you. You've seen my example, maybe you're looking to the other people at the screen. But now it's your time. So on your exhale, drop the back knee. And then inhale, lift. Bring the hands behind your head. Find your little support here. But do make sure that the front knee is in line with the ankle and your back knee in line with the hip. Inhale. And on your exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Lift the arms and lift your back leg into your high lunge. Maybe bend that back knee and push your heel all the way back. Come into your high lunge just for a breath. Inhale here. Exhale completely. Lift it or straighten the front leg and sway over to your left. So I'm now the opposite way around. I can't see you properly and I completely trust you to do what feels right for you. Inhale the arms into a T or a little bit higher. And exhale completely. Open your chest. Stand up straight and tall. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your waist. Inhale here. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, halfway. And if you feel pretty strong when you do this pose more often, you can keep your arms into a T or maybe all the way in front of you. Strengthen in the core. Strengthen the legs even. Just a few more. Find your rhythm. Find what feels right. And if you've had enough, you can slowly make your way all the way down to your wide-legged forward fold. So now I can see you, beautiful. And to line with the feet, maybe in front and all the way back. If you want more of a side stretch, feel free to bring the hands in line with the right foot. Take a few breaths there. And then spider your hands all the way over to your left foot. And take a few breaths there. Again, these are options, suggestions. Really find what you want, what you need. Let's take 2 more breaths. Maybe experiment a little. And if you just want to stay in stillness, it's fine too. On your next inhale, come to a halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips. And then come all the way up. Alrighty, bring the hands up to the sky. Move your feet towards the high lunge position. Then bend the front knee, tuck the back toes. Maybe bring the knee in and push your heel all the way back. High lunge. Facing the front of the mat. Inhale here. And exhale completely. Inhale. And exhale, bring the back knee down. Tuck the toes or your foot flat on the mat. Hands behind your head. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bring the elbows together and your head down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, stay there. Exhale, frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, low lunge. And find your movement. Then place your hands on the mat. Step into plank. Drop the knees. Swing the feet to one side and come to sit on your bum. Bring the feet in front of you. The soles of the feet together. Grab your toes, your feet, your ankles, maybe your shins, and come into butterfly pose. So this is where you can end the second part of the practice, or your break, and moving on to the evening practice. So before we start, maybe you already feel that way because it's the evening for you. But before we start, just take a minute and imagine it's the evening. You might be tired. You might have done a lot of things today. Maybe you have a lot in your head, a lot of things that you need to do tomorrow that already bother you, already occupy your mind. Just think of any regular day in the evening and how you normally, always usual for you to feel. Take a deep breath in. Open the chest, lengthen the spine. And on an exhale, bend your elbows either in front of the shins or inwards. And relax your head. Inhale, lift again. And exhale, come down. Inhale last time. And exhale, come down as far as you can. always with caution. Take it easy. Don't push yourself into any weird positions. And just take a few breaths here. And maybe you've taken this time to reflect on the day, on something that's going on in your life. If you did, just let it go slowly. Come back to your practice. And bring yourself up to seated. Swing your legs over to the right side. And bring the left foot in front of your right thigh and the right foot just behind your bum or as far as possible. On an inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist to your left. Bring the right hand on your left knee and the left hand behind you. Inhale, lift. And exhale, look past your left shoulder. And twist on an exhale. Come as deep or far as you can. So in the evening, you would like to do twisting positions. Just to twist out what doesn't serve you. Maybe some negative energy of the day. And getting ready for bed. Inhale here. And exhale back to center. Take a counter twist, so the left hand on top of the right knee and your right hand behind your back. Just one breath. And come back to center. Same on the other side. Swing your legs over to the other side. Right foot in front of the left thigh and the left foot just behind you. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale to your right. Bring the left hand on top of the right knee and the right hand behind you. Excuse my coordination today. Inhale, open the chest. And on an exhale, look past your right shoulder. And on your next exhale, again, twist further into your position. Just really wrenching out whatever is going on in the belly. And with the belly, it can be your gut, maybe digestion, maybe negative feelings and emotions, something that you've stored up. Inhale. And on your exhale, come back to center. And take a counter twist. Right hand on top of the left knee and the left hand behind your back. Inhale, open, and exhale, twist. Again, just one breath to even out the body. Inhale and exhale, center. Beautiful. Bring your feet towards center and then your right leg out, left leg all the way to the side. So we're in our wide-legged seat here. And want to keep the toes up, pointing to the sky. So it's very easy just to relax here and let your feet flap toward the other side. But keep your legs and your feet active. On an inhale, place the left hand in center. Then the opposite arm to the sky and sway over towards the foot. If you can't reach your foot, bring it to your ankle, your shin, maybe the knee, or just a place what's comfortable for you. You can also bring your hand towards your thigh, your hip, or in front. And feel the side stretch. Your breath slowing down. Your body just digesting the day. Your mind relaxing. And coming to stillness. Keep your feet active. And keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Release your arms. And then your next inhale, slowly come all the way up and move to the other side. So opposite hand in front of the thigh. Lift your arm up to the sky and slowly sink over, sway over to grab your foot. Again, if your foot is too far away, and this doesn't necessarily have to do with your flexibility, it can just be with the length of your limbs. Bring your hand to your ankle, your shin, or your knee, or just in front. Whatever feels right. And whatever feels right is normally a place in which you don't hurt yourself. It's okay to feel a little bit of challenging pain, healthy pain. A place that you can breathe and that you can stay for a while. Take a few or just a couple breaths in. Slowly getting ready or prepared to let go. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms. And on your inhale, bring the upper body back to center. Beautiful. Bend the knees and bring your feet in front. Your chest in front of the knees in front of the chest. And come to sit on your mat, center of your mat. From here, roll onto your back with the chest into the knees into the chest. And find a little sway. Maybe hug the knees into your chest. Maybe hold your thighs from underneath. Again, explore that what feels right. Then grab your big toes and push your heels towards the ceiling. And here we are creating the effect of legs up to the wall or legs on the wall. Maybe you've done this pose before. It's not necessary to keep your legs straightened. You can absolutely just keep your knees bent. You can just straighten one leg and then the other. Maybe straighten them to the side. Just staying here for a few breaths. And letting our energy and blood just going into the opposite direction. If you want to let your toes go and still grab your legs or keep your legs up straight, it's fine too. Wherever you are, try to keep your lower back on the mat as well as your shoulders. One breath here. And when you're ready, find a little sway, going back and forth. And when you've taken a few rolls, bring your feet all the way back and come into plow pose. So this is our first preparation for shoulder stand. And if you are familiar, feel free to get into it. If you're not, I will quickly explain. We can stay here, having our hands on the mat, but I recommend bringing your hands to your lower back. Now then, you can lift one leg up to the sky, keep one leg on the mat, maybe bring both. Once you're here, really push your elbows into the mat, your hands on the lower back, don't let go. Your chin towards the chest, and your chest towards the chin, and your chin towards the ceiling. Stay here. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Remember, it's fine to only straighten one leg at a time. Again, have a little play. Explore for yourself. But wherever you are, support your lower back. If you're really experienced, maybe interlace your hands behind you and keep them on the mat. When you're ready, bend the knees and come back the way you came. Come back to your plow. Put your feet on the mat, maybe your toes. Inhale here. And on an exhale, super slow, with control, come back to your knees to chest, little yoga ball. If you want, you can come back into again, keep practicing your shoulder stand. And just stay here, catching your breath. Inhale. And exhale, release the hands, bring them into a T shape. And with this T, you might have heard Texas T. We're swaying the legs from side to side. Keep your knees and your feet together as much as possible. Bring your knees in line with the hips, so you really activate your core and you push your lower back into the mat. Inhale here, and on an exhale, sway the legs over to the left. Keep them above the floor, so we're not relaxing here. Inhale, come through center. Exhale to the right. Again, keep them lifted. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift. And exhale, right. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the left. And maybe stay here or find a variation. If you've been practicing with me, you know I love all supine twists. So you can bring your right knee over and maybe grab your left foot. So all limbs are connected. But find a variation that you feel like or that you know that does you well. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. And I invite you to really listen to the body. Explore your mind. And see how these two things are connected. Take one more breath and unravel. Sway the legs over in the opposite position. So either your Texas T, supine twist, or any variation that you took on the other side. Make sure that the shoulders are on the mat. Your knees touching the floor as much as possible. And look past your left shoulder. And I already said explore the body and mind connection. What does it mean to you? And how does it feel? Let's take one more breath. And on your exhale, come back to center. Slow and with control. Now bring either yourself all the way into Savasana. Maybe do a happy baby or a bridge pose. Anything that you feel your body needs before we end the practice. You can also keep the soles of your feet together and just chill here. And in your own time, make your way to Savasana. I'm going to give you about 5 breaths. And slowly lead you there. So if you haven't already, make your time to Savasana. Let your feet fall to one side. Bring your palms up to the ceiling, behind or next to your hips. Tuck your head. Take a deep breath in. And exhale any stress, any tension, anything that's just occupying your head or sucking your energy. Now I like to say that there is never and no excuse good enough to not practice yoga. And that doesn't mean that you have to practice asana or this physical movement. Just taking 5 minutes for yourself to breathe and check in with the body already is yoga. So this can be another walk, maybe journaling, can be something easy as drinking a cup of tea. Just 5 minutes to take a break and connect to yourself. Whatever you do in life, whether it's work, a hobby, something with your family or your friends, the things you do require your full attention. To bring your full attention to the things you do, you first need to bring attention to yourself. Taking these 5 minutes, just 20 minutes to do an asana break, really helps to just be you in the best way possible. And before you start thinking all the things that you can do to improve, all the things that you can do to maybe change your routine, just be here a second. Just take a few more breaths. And when you're ready, bring your knees towards the chest and roll over to one side for fetal position and push yourself up into meditation pose or seated position. Come to straighten your back, your shoulders low, hands up to the ceiling or maybe covering the knees. Think back to your intention. And without judging yourself for whether you completed it or not, ask yourself if you maybe want to change it. To hold on to it the rest of your day until you go to bed. Namaste. Right. That was